Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English. In our today's video, we are going to cover why is Sariska Tiger Reserve in Rajasthan actually in news. Now the notes that I will be utilizing in our today's session, if you want to download them, they will be made available on a particular Telegram channel which is called as ATS Live. So you can open your Telegram app, enter the words in the search bar ATS Live, you'll find the channel, download the notes from there, and while you're at it, please also do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let us start our today's discussion by understanding why actually the Sariska Tiger Reserve is in news. Now the government recently wanted to rationalize the amount of critical tiger habitat across the Sariska Tiger Reserve. Now critical tiger habitats across any protected area basically is a kind of buffer zone in which you do not permit commercial and industrial activity to go on, because otherwise that would harm the flora and fauna available in the protected area. Similarly, around Sariska also there is a critical tiger habitat. Now earlier government came up with a proposal to reduce this amount of critical tiger habitat in order to promote businesses, and this created a lot of controversy, and rightly so. So as a result, Supreme Court took this matter into its own cognizance, and as a result, the Environmental Ministry has submitted a note to Supreme Court saying that it will invite objections of different sections of people in the government's measure, and whatever government will do after that would be in compliance of each and every law of the land. So let us understand why this matter reached to this particular stage. Now earlier, there was a plan that was drawn up by the government of Rajasthan. I told you, right, around any critical tiger reserve or any protected area, there is a kind of a buffer zone, which in case of tiger reserve, it's called as critical tiger habitat. Now, around Sariska in particular, there used to be a lot of mines, that was marble and dolomite mines, which are very common in state of Rajasthan. So as a result, because these mines or 50 of those mines used to exist in the critical tiger habitat zone of Sariska Tiger Reserve, the Supreme Court ordered them to be closed. And this created a lot of loss of jobs of people who are living in that particular region. So as to allow these kind of marble factories and dolomite factories and mines to function again, the government of Rajasthan planned to rationalize or reduce the area which has been designated to critical tiger habitat. And this new CTH boundaries will retreat in multiple stretches, which will allow this mine to rightly function, because now they will be outside the critical tiger habitat zone of the Sariska Tiger Reserve. So this was the plan of Rajasthan's government. Now to execute this plan, the government of Rajasthan identified certain degraded pastures of land, certain degraded hill tracts of land, which amounted to almost more than 48 square kilometers of land. And to compensate for this removal of critical tiger habitat from this piece of land, the government of Rajasthan planned to compensate it with addition of more than 90 square kilometers of quality tiger habitat, which will be added to the buffer zone of the Sariska Tiger Reserve. In addition to that, to get this plan passed by the union government, the Rajasthan State Wildlife Board forwarded this proposal to the National Tiger Conservation Authority, which is the nodal authority dealing with the tiger reserves. And this decision was passed by NTCA in a matter of 48 hours. And after that, this was presented to Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife, which passed this matter in just a matter of 4 days. Now, what is the purpose of multiple regulation? The purpose of multiple regulation is to ensure following of rules and procedure so that any measure taken by the government does not obfuscate the law of the land. But if regulatory bodies themselves pass this decision so quickly, this would result or bring the question the need of having multiple levels of regulatory authorities. So from this context and background, what did we understand? What is important from our exams perspective? First of all is the Sariska Tiger Reserve, which is where this decision is happening. Second is the statutory bodies like National Tiger Conservation Authority as well as National Board of Wildlife as well as its standing committee. So in our today's discussion, we'll cover these three topics separately: what is Sariska Tiger Reserve, how NTCA and how National Board of Wildlife and a standing committee functions. So let us start our today's discussion by first figuring out details about Sariska Tiger Reserve. Sariska Tiger Reserve is located in state of Rajasthan in the eastern part of Rajasthan, that is in Aravalli Hills, and it is located in the Alwar district of Rajasthan, which is very close to the national capital region of Delhi. Now, this region is renowned for being the first reserve globally that has been successfully able to relocate tigers from other protected areas. And once it was a hunting ground of Maharaja of Alwar, now this has been declared as a wildlife sanctuary in 1955, and it was declared as a tiger reserve later in 1978, making it a part of Mission or Project Tiger. Now, another important water body, that is Ruparel River, flows through it. So this is an important fact that you need to remember. Whenever there is a protected area that is in use, you need to understand its geography, where it is located, which water body is flowing through it, what is the kind of flora and fauna that is available. We'll cover everything in our today's discussion. Now, this Sariska Tiger Reserve is also famous for old temples, palaces and lakes. For example, there's a famous lake known as Pandupol. Bhangad Fort, famous for being haunted, is very located in this tiger reserve only. Similarly, Pratapgarh, Silsargarh Lake, Jaisaman Lake are essential water bodies that are present in the Sariska Tiger Reserve. Similarly, there is a Kankadwadi Fort. Kankadwadi Fort is located at the center of the reserve, where Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb had imprisoned his brother Dara Shikoh as a result of the struggle for power that happened between these two brothers after the decision of who will succeed the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Now, it also houses a famous temple of Lord Hanuman at Pandupol located, which is related to the Mahabharata times, that is of Pandavas. So this is the important locations that are, or important historical regions that are part of Sariska Tiger Reserve. In addition to that, the topography, climate and vegetation of this region becomes important. Now, this region located in eastern part of Rajasthan, therefore it possesses rocky landscape, scrub thorn, arid forest, grasses, hilly cliffs as well as semi-deciduous forest. Any idea why there is hilly cliffs? Because I told you this is located in the Aravalli region of Rajasthan. Now, what is the prevalent vegetation here? This area is somewhat dry, having a drier climate. So therefore, it has presence of northern tropical dry deciduous forest and northern tropical thorn forest. Both of these kind of forest require less amount of water and less amount of rainfall to sustain. That is why these are the prevalent vegetation that are available in the region. Similarly, what is the kind of plants that are available? This region is dominated by a kind of trees known as dhok trees. Other trees include salar, kadya, gol, ber, banyan, bamboo, kar, odista, basically all the trees that are available in arid zones. Similarly, the fauna, this area obviously by the name suggests is famous for its tigers, but is the tiger the only predator living in Sariska? The answer is no. It also has presence of leopard. In addition to that, there are many animals who serve as food of these predators like sambal, cheetal, nilgai, antelope, etc. So these are the part of these tiger reserve in addition to its flagship species, that is the tigers. Now let us find out what are the other tiger reserves located in Rajasthan. In total, there are 4 tiger reserves in Rajasthan. In the northeastern part, there is Alwar district, which houses the Sariska Tiger Reserve. As you move southwards, in the Savai Madhopur district, there is world famous Ranthambore Tiger Reserve. When you move southwards from Savai Madhopur is the Kota district, famous for coaching industry for NEET and IIT JEE exams. There is the presence of Mukundra Hill Tiger Reserve. And in the nearby Bundi district, the Kota Bundi district has a historical significance. It has the presence of Ramgarh Vishdhari Wildlife Sanctuary. So these are the 4 important tiger reserves that are present in the state of Rajasthan. Now moving forward, what you saw was National Board of Wildlife. So the next question is, what is the role of National Board of Wildlife? First of all, legally this is a statutory body which functions under the Act, that is Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Now this is the country's apex body which deals with matters relating to framing of wildlife policy, conservation of wildlife and forest, and giving recommendations to state governments before setting up of wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. Similarly, there is one important obligation that the state governments needs to fulfill. No alteration of the boundaries of either national parks or wildlife sanctuary can happen without the explicit permission of the National Board of Wildlife. Got this? So that is the role of National Board of Wildlife. Now, who all are the members of National Board of Wildlife? National Board of Wildlife is headed by the Prime Minister of India, who serves as the chairperson. The vice chairperson of National Board of Wildlife is the minister or the cabinet minister in charge of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. There are other members as well, which includes Chief of Army Staff, Secretary of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Ministry of Defence, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Department of Expenditure, which is a part of Finance Ministry, members of the parliament, that is in total 3 members, 2 from Lok Sabha, 1 from Rajya Sabha. In addition to that, there are several expert conservationists and environmental experts also, that is 10 environmental eminent conservationists, ecologists and environmentalists, as well as 5% from the non-governmental organizations are also appointed, which makes the total body as National Board of Wildlife. Now you need to understand, when a body consists Prime Minister as its head, the body won't be able to meet as frequently, and this is also true with respect to National Board of Wildlife. So in that presence or in that absence of frequent meeting, who takes care of the day-to-day work? This is known as Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife, which has the chairperson, that is the Minister in charge of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Now this body makes sure to meet once every 3 months, unlike the National Board of Wildlife, which is headed by Prime Minister, which meets somewhat less frequently. Now this committee is delegated with certain powers, that is it can take matters like appraising of projects which are undertaken quite close in the vicinity of the protected areas. Similarly, it can also create, or it can also decide on the buffer zones which are created around the protected area. So that is why I told you, the permission of resulting or reduction in the critical tiger habitat of the Sariska Tiger Reserve needs to be get approved from which body? Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife. Once again, who heads the Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife? Minister in charge of the Environment Ministry. And Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife, it is a recommendatory body. The decisions of the Standing Committee is not having a force of the law. It is not binding. It can theoretically be negated by the Ministry of Environment. But do you think Ministry of Environment would negate in reality the decisions of Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife? No, because it is headed by the same person. Got this? So in reality, whenever the question comes, you'll write this, that this is the decision of this body is recommendatory nature, but I've told you the ground reality. Okay. Another body that is important is the National Tiger Conservation Authority. So what is National Tiger Conservation Authority? It is a statutory body under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, which again has been established as per the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It composes Minister in charge of Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, who acts as the chairperson, and the Ministry of State in the same ministry acts as the vice chairperson. It includes 3 members of Parliament, Secretary of MOEFCC and other members as well. Now, what does NTCA do? NTCA is the statutory authority who is responsible for implementing and ensuring the monitoring of Project Tiger. Similarly, it also ensures accountability of central and state government in management of the tiger reserves. For example, management of Sariska Tiger Reserve, although done by state government of Rajasthan, but they are ultimately responsible to which body? NTCA. Similarly, it also provides an oversight by the parliament. Annually, the report on how the tiger reserves are functioning, what are good and bad aspects of it, is presented to the parliament, and therefore ultimately this body is responsible to the Parliament of India. And it also takes care of very important issue. Whenever you create a protected area so as to conserve the ecology and environment of the region, it ultimately negatively impacts the local people. So it is also the responsibility of NTCA to ensure that the livelihood of local tribals who might be living in this protected area needs to be taken care of, right? So these are the important jobs and obligation that is taken care of by National Tiger Conservation Authority. Now, before solving the practice question, I had something that I wanted to let you know. Now, students who haven't taken help anywhere, you're committing a very big mistake. Now, what is your ultimate aim? Your ultimate aim is to clear the exams, right? So any help that might be provided to you free of cost, paid, you should take it without any doubt. I have one other option that you can take care of, is to get a very good kind of an education that we provide in the StudyIQ courses. We are providing courses for UPSC, optional subjects also, and in addition to that, we also provide courses for state PCS exams and judiciary. So if you want help, we are ready to provide you help, and that is also of high quality. But what you need to do is take admissions before the end of tomorrow, that is 12th of September, because after 12th of September, the prices of all the courses on our platform will increase. So please make sure to hurry up, make an informed decision, enlist yourself with StudyIQ. And you need to use the code ATS Live, because this code will help you save as much as 7,000 rupees on all the courses that are available on our website, not just for UPSC, even for judiciary and state PCS. Now, consider the following statements regarding the National Board of Wildlife. This was constituted in 2003 as a statutory body under Wildlife Protection Act. The Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife is chaired by the Prime Minister, meets once every 3 months to review the approval of project in protected areas. Do let me know the correct answer in the comment section. In the meanwhile, there is another PYQ that is remotely related to this topic. See this PYQ of 2017. Recently, there was a proposal to translocate some of the lions from their natural habitat in Gujarat. Where is lion available in Gujarat? In Gir and in and around the Gir National Park region. And which of the following site they will be relocated to? The answer to this question is not Sariska, rather Kuno Fulpur Wildlife Sanctuary. Kuno Fulpur is the exact wildlife sanctuary where you have seen reintroductions of cheetah that has taken place from countries in Africa. And earlier it was envisaged by the government that government would relocate some of the tigers from Gujarat, that is from Gir region, to this Kuno Fulpur Wildlife Sanctuary. Where is Kuno Fulpur Wildlife Sanctuary located? It is located in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So the answer to this question is option B, not option D. Please do not make that mistake. This brings an end to our today's session. You know the drill. The notes will be available on this particular channel, that is ATS Live. And the question, the practice question that I have given you, please do let me know the correct answer to this question in the comment section. And if you answer it correctly, I'll give your comment a thumbs up. So this is all from my side. We'll see each other again. Please have a very good night.